Douglas, welcome to Hong Kong. Welcome to the Marina Cove Boat Show. It's great to have you here. Great to be on a brand new Sunseeker.
Thank you for having me, Adam. Just what an amazing opportunity to be here. We've traveled now through Singapore, Sydney, up into Cannes, where we had your big formal launch for the whole of Asia Pacific. And now here you are in Hong Kong. And you're right, the weather couldn't be better. And I'm sure we're going to see lots of customers coming down to see you here.
Well, sure we will. But that's this year, Douglas. You and I have known each other for a long time. So can you remember when we first met?
You're right. Now, I have to think a little bit. I think, Adam, it was 2014. If I recall correctly, I was in our office. We were working for a different company, both of us. You were handling Asia, I was handling Europe. And all I remember was this exciting guy coming to the office, felt like a suitcase full of orders, which gave me a lot of work to keep up with you. So that's right. Continued. Look how many boats you've sold up until now.
I think I'd just come off the back of a Sydney boat show, a few sales, so I was very excited that trip.
Excited, but maybe a little tired.
Yeah.
There you were.
Good. Yeah, that's right. Well, good memory.
So, well, Adam, here we are in Hong Kong now, and as I said, you sold a lot of boats into this area. And what are the important things when you come boating here?
First of all, Hong Kong is a great place to go boating. We've got fantastic beaches, fantastic bays. It's all very accessible from the city too. And most of the boating here is day boating. So if I have to say what you need good sun cream. The sun is always out.
Gotcha.
You need great food, great bottle of wine, and a great captain
to get you home, so you can enjoy the day with your friends and your family. Well, that's fantastic. So I guess I'm thinking back perhaps when our first Sunseeker ever came to Hong Kong. Actually, I wasn't racking my brain. I had a good conversation with Sean Robinson, our sales and marketing director, and he delivered most of the boats that came round to most of the remote places around the world at the time. And I think it was 1992 when he delivered a Caribbean 52.
Wow.
And it got anchored up anchored or just tied off outside AMC Boat Club. And I'm not sure when I spoke to him actually if the boat club was under construction then or if it had been completed, but it was a long time ago.
It's got to be every bit of 30 years or even longer.
Yeah. So this is the kind of background, this is the kind of customer base that we've got to work with now over here in Hong Kong.
You know what amazes me? There's 11,000, you told me the statistic yesterday, 11,000 Sunseekers have been built.
Yeah, there won't be a marina. I doubt you'll find a marina around the world where there isn't a Sunseeker.
Very impressive.
So exciting. So Adam, we talked about the great boating there is in Hong Kong. If you had a boat, what sort of personality and features would you be looking for in that boat?
Good question. So I think if I have to think, it needs to be social. I love going boating with my family and friends.
Yeah, that's a big tick.
It's got to have performance. I love to go fast. I like to go 25, 26 knots to get home.
Yeah.
So I instantly jumped to the Super Hawk 55.
That sounds like the perfect boat for here. And I know you've got one of those coming. So you will be able to hopefully enjoy that boat, but hopefully sell it to some customers that will be able to enjoy it equally.
I certainly hope so. Now, Doug, we're at DCH. You know a little bit about the business now. We've had a bit of a tour this week.
Yeah.
The quiz is, can you give me some other businesses that we're involved in addition to the boat business?
Well, I think, Adam, and it was a great tour. Thank you so much for that. Your office in Kowloon is really something else. And I think when I looked at what you had in your showroom there, I think there's probably not a product that you don't sell. And I think probably there's not a household in Hong Kong that isn't touched by DCH. I saw you're in the car business, and of course Bentley sticks out there as your lead brand there, but you've got many others. You're in the fast-moving consumer goods business, and of course it was great to see that you had Lavanza coffee, which has been very handy as I've been on this trip.
And we're delivering a Lavanza coffee machine with every boat. So.
Oh, well, fantastic. I didn't know that. What a nice gift to give. And you're in the healthcare business, you're in the logistics business. And of course you're in the appliance business for different sorts of appliances in people's homes. So yeah, really, as I say, there isn't a home, I think, that isn't touched by DCH, and I hope that goes for DCH Marine as well on the boating.
Definitely.
So Adam, we've talked about what sort of personalities your boats would have, and obviously looking around both in Hong Kong and all around the world, boats are typically named, and nearly always named actually, with a female name. So tell us a little bit about the history and the reason for that.
That's right, yeah. I mean, all boats, we refer to them as her and she. It's got a great heritage from back when boats were sailing around the world, taking people and cargo many, many years ago. And my understanding is females are characterized by strength, beauty, and grace.
Those are great traits, and I have to ask you this question. What would you name your boat?
It would definitely be after my firstborn daughter, Harlow.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, fantastic.
I know you sell boats. I know you travel the world trying to sell boats, but personally, how did you get into boating? What was the first boat you drove? What was your first boating experience?
Do you know, I was very fortunate. I had the opportunity when I was very young, like many kids, to go sailing. So I think the first time I was on the water was in a little sailing dinghy. And how did it go? Probably like most kids went in a sailing dinghy, it ended up with me swimming in the water. But boy, what a lot of fun I had. That really started me off on loving the water. I love everything to do with the water, whether it's sailing now, power boating, paddleboarding. I just love being on the water, and I'm so fortunate that my career has gone down a path of something that I really love and enjoy doing.
Fantastic, similar experience for me.
Yeah, it's just great. It's great, and then it's great when you can pass that enthusiasm on to your customers and clients that you see. So that's been fantastic for me and for you. And I think that's partly what's brought us together with this relationship that we're forging here. And Adam, now, Sunseeker has been in the movies.
Yes.
And that's partly what's really helped to drive our brand to the position it's in now. And I feel really proud to work with it. But see if you can name me a couple of the movies that we've been in.
I mean, instantly I go to the Bond movies, and the scenes that I grew up watching and admiring was the scenes with the boats in it, and they were Sunseeker.
Pretty dramatic.
Yeah, but the one that really gets me is a Super Hawk 34 being chased by James Bond and the villain, the baddie, going through the Thames in London, doing these high banking turns, doing 30, 40 knots. That's got to be, if my memory serves me right, I think that's The World Is Not Enough.
World's Not Enough.
That's right.
Quantum of Solace.
Yes.
And
Casino Royale.
Casino Royale.
Yes.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well, it is a great part of our history. I know that my colleagues in the business at the time and through the years have really enjoyed working with that. And I hear all the stories about how all the films came together and the sets were built. So it was a wonderful experience for the brand, a wonderful experience for us, and really helped to chart the path forwards to us, the brand that we have today. So if this 76 yacht that we're sat on had a superpower, what superpower would it be?
Okay, I'm not sure if it's a superpower, but I would say it's a transformer. It starts in the marina here, and like a lot of other boats sit in the marina, but once you get out to sea, you're doing 30 knots, you stop at a beautiful bay, you drop the tender in the water, your kids are jumping off the flybridge. It takes from what is just a boat to a fantastic vehicle to enjoy life. All right, Doug, you said there's 11,000 Sunseekers in the water around the world. Yeah. 11,000. Yeah. But tell me, what has been the best-selling model?
Well, today in our product range, 21 boats in the product range, it's the Manhattan 55. Yeah. That boat is well received all around the world because of the flybridge, because of the space, 3-cabin configuration. It really is just a spaceship. There's loads of space, loads of accommodation, performs really well. So that's the boat. That's the one that sells everywhere, hot on the heels of the 76 that we're sat on here.
You've been building Sunseekers for 10 years. And one great thing with dealing with Sunseeker as a brand is we can customize pretty much anything on the boat obviously within reason. That's and right. All these boats you've built and helped customers take delivery of, what is one of the best requests you've had?
Well, Adam, it's a good question because every single boat that we build is customized. Everyone's different, and we do specialize in being able to exactly meet what the clients require. But I think, particularly because we're over in Hong Kong, in China, that's got to be the ability to build a karaoke room or mahjong rooms, of course, yeah. Either downstairs in a lower deck space, or even now in an enclosed boat, having a karaoke room up top. And hey, that comes complete with the karaoke system, the glitter ball, the lights, and all the rest of it to make sure people have a wonderful time.
That's right. I remember, I've seen a few of those karaoke rooms.
Adam, it's been great. It's great to be here.
Great to have you.
Best of luck at the boat show, and we're just here to support you. Thanks Adam.